It's just emotions taking me. You know the rest. Caught up in sorrow. Don't remember the words. And where are you now? Now that I need you. Come on, Michelle. Come on, Michelle. Now that I need you. Tears on my pillow. Y'all in shambles. It's just emotions taking me over. Hey, y'all. Hey, YouTube world. It's me, Evelyn. Welcome to the weekly live show. We are doing it. Before I get into the topic of today's discussion, which will be very much focused on y'all. Okay, so come correct. I wanted to do I have a few announcements, is what I'm trying to say. Number one, the super chat is working. In the first live, a couple of y'all were like, cut on the super chat. And so then I had to Google what that is. Like I knew what it was, but like how to do it. So I did it. So it's on. Super chat is on, I think. Okay. Announcement number two. Shout out to the Patreon cousins. I appreciate. I have a joint Patreon with my brother, #BabyBlow, and we are at patreon.com/fromtheinternets. Do with that information what you will. All right? And number three, as I'm working through what this live show do, how it functions, both live and as a replay, like a recorded video afterwards, during this live, we will pause for an ad placement to be placed at a later time by the YouTube Google AdSense gods. So just letting y'all know, in the live, it's not going to make sense. But when you're watching it back, pause for a little ad. Oh my God. What? Hold on. Yarnelli Ellie. Oh, 50 bones, $50 in the super chat. Also, Patreon gang. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for the super chat. That's my first time saying that. Thanks for the super chat. Anyway, so those are my announcements. Super chat is on patreon.com/fromtheinternets. It's a joint Patreon with my brother and I. We are about to drop this month's podcast. We have a podcast / variety show because we have skits, we have original music, we have shenanigans. So we're about to drop that. We've been working on that this month. So to the page, I linked everything in the video description box. So, and then we will be pausing for ads of some sort, I guess. Anyway, those are my announcements. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to be here for about 45 minutes. I feel like my camera's not all the way charged. It's at about 87%. So we going to make it. We going to make this work though. We going to make it work though. Everybody, let's collectively breathe. Okay? Before we get into today's topic. Inhale through your nose, if you can. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And then one more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You're here. This is where we are. Oh my gosh, Isabelle, Madame la Prof, Merci pour le 10 monies, $10. Merci bien. So now that we're all breathed in, breathed out, okay? Let's talk about mental health, okay? I came with some talking points, but I really want to hear from y'all. So I'm going to get through my talking points and refer to the chat as it makes sense for me to do so. I've been feeling a couple feelings. Oh, also, before we get into that, in the description box of this video, I've already put a ton of information, 2 previous newsletters that I've done about therapy and finding a therapist. I did an Instagram live and I put the recorded live in the video description box, as well as just other stuff. All right. I'm here to be a resource for you. Amen. Okay. I want to talk about a couple pandemic specific 2020 and beyond specific feelings that I've been having when it comes to mental health. I have my sticky note when it comes to mental health. And this whole live is in the spirit of May being Mental Health Awareness Month. Everybody got mental health. If you have a mind, if you have a mental, you have a health, mental health. Oh, rocking all the time, 99. It's okay. You can bounce if you need to. You can bounce if you need to. You can do whatever feels comfy for you. It's no bad blood. It's no judgment. Okay? Hope you have a better day, a better week, a better weekend. Hope things turn around. Okay? Thanks for telling me, though. Feeling number one. Feeling number one is loss of trust. We talk about mental health, loss of trust. 2020, the pandemic, the handling of the pandemic has made me lose my trust in fellow man, fellow humanity. Every once in a while, there's a story that goes viral and it's like, oh my gosh, we are together. Hashtag better together. But for every hashtag better together is an example of just no concern for your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And so that loss of trust, I didn't realize how it had kind of shaken me to the core, especially now that things are quote unquote opening up again. And the CDC is like, yeah, just like as long as everybody is doing their part, they can, was that a fly? They can take off their masks. And I'm like, how can I trust that you are doing your part? I cannot trust the pandemic Lovato. Y'all are hilarious. Kyra says, I saw a tweet earlier that was like, I watched America put gasoline in plastic bags last week. I don't trust y'all. Period. And it's in all levels, right? It's the level of just my fellow person, like living near me. It's politicians, which, I mean, can you ever really trust a politician? But dropping the ball. And when dropping the ball means like people die, people are homeless, people, you know what I'm saying, lose their jobs. It's like, I don't think I really trust anybody. And that breeds what? Paranoia. It breeds paranoia. And that's not fun. It's not a fun feeling. I would love to trust people. It's not fun to not trust anybody, to not trust that they do what they're supposed to or do what's in the best interest of a group versus the best interest of themselves. Yes, that ninja and the Texas government been showing out, been acting out. Sarah Drake, people really be out here acting like COVID and Santa Claus are on the same level. Truly. And that's something that I've really been struggling with in this past year and in 2020 and beyond, this year 2021, and just thinking about what are the next couple of years going to look like? What's it going to look like to have to put your trust in people again and again and again? Because part of like being a person is being part of a community. It's being part of a collective. And whether that collective is based on your neighborhood, your city, your country, the world. So that's my first feeling. Loss of trust. I don't trust y'all. Mask on, hashtag irregardless. Hashtag irregardless. And when it comes to that, I really don't think am I ever going to be in an airport without a mask on? I don't think so. Am I ever going to go to the grocery store without a mask on? I don't know. I'm so used to it now. That ninja said dogs are better than most people. Oh my gosh, I saw a super chat come in. Hold up. Can I click? Oh, Lisette. Thank you, Lisette. Yeah, put your hair down, cover the headphones. Because you at work. I'm not gonna tell nobody. So yeah, loss of trust. And it's actually sad. It makes me feel it's a Debbie Downer. It's a Debbie Down of a feeling to feel like you can't trust the person to your left and to your right. Mo, thank you so much. I'm trying to stay moisturized in this ashy country. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. I was not really expecting. It's not a good feeling. But let's move on. Y'all feel me. Number 2, the next feeling that has been impacting my mental health is, and it's in no particular order, but the overwhelming sadness of just like illness and death happening all over the world. I mean, all over the world. And not feeling like we stopped to grieve it. I literally be scrolling and it's like, you see the news about India, you see the news about like, people going to, I guess, Puerto Rico again or something from like the rest of the United States going to Puerto Rico be trying to shut down. And it's just like, folks is not doing good. So one half of the world, and when I say half, I don't know, it's like a money half, not a location half. But like one section of the world is going back to normal, maybe at the expense of the other half of the world. And it's not fair. I don't like. Oh, Nick E. Nicole. Thank you so much. I'm glad you found my channel as well. And it's, hold on, I'm trying to keep up with this. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's overwhelming. Like overwhelming. To just think about. Forget visuals. Forget looking at a news story or an Instagram post or seeing a photograph or anything. Without even the visuals. People are dying over this disease. And I'm just like, I'm juiced up. I don't want to get political. I'm juiced up. I'm not going to do what you want to do. But I'm juiced up. So it's like I get to be juiced up, and then a lot of people don't get to be juiced up even if they wanted to be. Woo! I am Capri Sunned up as well. Yeah. This idea that we never got to mourn. And it's not even just death. Never got to mourn death. Didn't get to mourn a whole like class of kids didn't have a graduation. Right? So the pivotal moment of transitioning from one phase of life to the next phase of life in the eyes of yourself and your society just didn't happen. Or you got to log on Zoom. That's trash. That's garbanzo beans. Thank you, Sylvia C. I appreciate. And I was actually wondering, like, towards the beginning of the year of 2021, I was wondering, like, should I have some sort of memorial here on this channel live with y'all or something? I just kept thinking about it. And I'm getting a little, I gotta deflect because I'm feeling a little feeling a little chokerton because it's intensely sad. It is intensely sad. The number of people who had to go to funerals via Zoom, the number of people who couldn't to go from seeing your family member to them being sick and in 3 weeks they're gone. Outrageous. Talk about mental health. That's outrageous. And so I felt like, man, is anybody like, I mean, obviously there are people acknowledging it, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of organized, collective recognition with might and main, and in some cases gone in 3 days. Insane. Crystal Powell, my dad got sick, forgot his cell phone, but I went to the hospital. The hospital ran out of phones. I couldn't see or hear from my dad, and then he was dead. Crystal. What the heck? What the heck? I need to breathe after that one. I'm sorry, y'all. This might be a sad one. A sad one. Jesus, Crystal. And that's the sort of thing that I felt. I don't know who would even do it. Like, who would even be in charge of that? You know, we have memorials for devastating things like hurricanes, wiping places out, right? You know, crimes against humanity, the anniversary of things like that. There's a sort of like collective mourning that takes place. But for this, there doesn't seem to be. It would need to be Glasses 7714. It would need to be non-religious but spiritual leaders. Shoo! Mio Purcell, we never got to have a funeral for my mom at all, and it still hurts to think about that. I couldn't do that for her. Mio, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah, so I mean, when I made this live, and I'm talking about how's y'all mental health, because how is y'all's mental health? Especially during a time, when people talk about like self-care, but we're living in a time period, I mean, we always have, but we're in a time period where it's not just self-care, it's the ability to care for each other. And if you can't do that, what I look like doing self-care, but not taking care of my family, friends, doing my part. Yes, Natalie, the trauma from 2020 is unreal. Love Candy Rain. The memorials I've kind of seen are on Facebook, like the Facebook memorials. Yeah, it's like we're kind of just trying to get in where we fit in, do what we can. But I'm talking about as maybe as like countries, as a collective consciousness. People are like hashtag never forget certain things, hashtag remember the this. But it's like I feel like we're not remembering, and it's distressing. It's very much distressing. Lemmy B, thank you for the super chat. Blessings and rest to you too. Y'all, and I was wondering, like, I wanted to have something, but then I didn't know how to do it in a way that made sense. But even seeing y'all's like stories in the chat is like, sometimes you just want to talk about someone. Like, hey, this person was here and now they're not. And I need everyone to know that they were here and I loved them. So, and I'm just American, so I don't know what it'd be like where y'all live. And just like another thing that impacted my mental health specifically was my mom's a healthcare worker. And while she isn't in a general hospital, her units, like her facilities, did have a COVID outbreak. Like, it was so sad. It was so sad. And if you work in, in the medical fields or someone who does, y'all sense of humor is a coping mechanism. I know my mom says, "My God, demon." um and so I feel like my mom would say certain things to cope, but that's how she's always been. She's used to seeing people kind of towards the end of their life. But this was different, and I could tell it hit her different. And I was just anxious, you know? I couldn't go home for a while. And I would be like, "Did you turn the garage and the laundry room into like a derobing station? What's your process? What you got going on? Tell me." Rowan Ellis, hello. Me and my girlfriend lost 4 family members total in 2 months. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Kyra, my sister is a nurse and she's taking it the least seriously. And it's like at some point, it's like maybe I can't pretend to know what it's like to be in that field. So I just got to let them rock. Tell my mom that, to be safe. Yeah. Mental health. Garbanzo beans. Garbage. Glasses 7. Evelyn, if you have the bandwidth and ask the community for a facilitator to lead a ritual, I'm sure it could be organized. Yeah. I still want to do it. It was heavy on my spirit. It was heavy on my spirit at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. And then I blinked and it's June. But I still think we deserve. Thank you, Sharika. Forgive me. Charge it to my hand, not my heart. Yeah. Thank you, everyone who's sharing their stories in the chat. Like, this is wild. It's wild. And I think what we all needed and what we all need is all of us to recognize, like, oh, dang, that's wild. That is wild. It sucks. I see you when it sucks. Let's move on. I'm gonna move on. I have a couple more notes, and then I want to be in the chat a little bit more. The next thing that my mental health I had to work through, shout out to therapy, is kind of related to what we were just talking about. It's this feeling of wanting to invalidate your own feelings because you have it good or relatively good, right? And that does a number on you. You know what I'm saying? Because what is that? It's not fair. So yes, it's okay if you're sad that you didn't have your college graduation. Yes, there are people in the trenches. Yes, there are people who lost their job. Like, yes, all this bad stuff happened, but the bad thing that happened to you is still bad. And so some people call it the oppression Olympics. It's that feeling of like they have it worse. They have it the worstest. They're at the intersection of this worst thing and this worst thing. So you can't complain. And it's like, we're not talking about complaining. We're talking about acknowledging sucky things. You have to be able to validate your feelings and understand that your feelings are real. They make sense. You shouldn't be ashamed of them. You can think about them and what they might mean. Like, what does it mean that, you're feeling a type way about something in your life and you feel bad? What does it mean to feel bad? Why do you feel that way? But your experience is still valid. Margaret George, it's not a competition who has it worse. Very, very true. Very true. Yang Hong, shout out to you. I know you from the Patreon cousins. Reframing our guilt can be powerful. How can we liberate our minds when we won't allow ourselves to just be? Chocolate Curls 94, don't do that. I'm rooting for you. We are rooting for you. Evelyn for president? Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hey, hell no. Hey, to the no, no, no. Sing it with me. No, no. To the no, no. Hell to the no, no. But yeah, I talked about this in my first live, the one on Sunday, about how I had big plans for 2020. I was looking for a job so I could have human interaction, so I could have coworkers, so I'd have something to do with my life and my brain power. Okay, because I was feeling very isolated. I was feeling very, if you ever watched Kimmy Schmidt, I was feeling very much like I was in a cave and learning how to talk to other human beings, feeling very second grade. And the pandemic was like, never mind. Cover your ears. Stop that. The pandemic was like, stop that. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for the super chat. And the sticker, is that a sticker? There's super stickers or something. But yeah, I would feel that way. And then I would instantly feel bad because at least I have a job. At least I don't have to go into a physical location, you know what I'm saying, to work or work in an industry that people don't value. Right. And I was like, people have it worse. Find you a bootstrap, pick them up. But that's not how you go about it. That's not how you go about it. And in therapy, I talked a lot about that, about this feeling of like, dang, I feel like it's not fair that I'm doing okay. Doing okay in the sense of like logistically, you know? Ain't got no kids. Don't have to worry about where I'm putting these kids. It was stress to be a parent. How many parents we got in the chat? Stress. Sophia Joe, that's that scarcity mindset. Period. Nancy Wang, feeling guilty that you're feeling good, feeling guilty that you're feeling bad. Like, exactly. Exactly. You had twins 6 months ago. Congrats. Oh. Lana H. I think this also stems from the idea that negative feelings are things to be avoided, but we need to learn it's okay to acknowledge them. Actual factuals. I struggled with that a lot. Invalidating my own feelings. Blessings to all the parents because woo! And finally, and then I'm gonna stare at this a little bit more. And finally, got my sticky note. This is kind of like the scariest one. It's kind of up there with the loss of trust when it comes to pandemic related feelings that affected my mental. This one, I still got to tackle this one. This one is whoo, my final feeling among many feelings is that it's this feeling of we have a chance to make things right or to make them better, but we're going to blow it again. What's the name for an emotion that is hope and dread at the same time? It's this feeling that we're so close. We're being nicer to each other. We could do it, but we probably won't. Oh, hate it. Ugh, hate that feeling. That is in my mental. It's called anxiety. You're right. It's called anxiety. Finding truth _ Thank you for the super chat. Resignation, despair. Come on, thesaurus.com. That's the biggest feeling because it's kind of up there with loss of trust, like we talked about in the beginning. But there's an optimism underneath it. And I don't know where do I put, it's like I have to make space for optimism, which comes kind of naturally to me, and also skepticism, which comes very natural to me. Thanks, Chelsea Crenshaw. Appreciate you. We got to make space for both, I guess. But it's not comfortable. It feels very dang, what's the therapy word? You know them woke therapy words? Unaligned? Disaligned? What's it? Anyway. Optoskeptic. We might have to form a new word. Duality. That might be the one. That's the feeling that I be feeling in my feelings, y'all. And it's like, Misaligned. No, it's cognitive dissonance. Thanks, don't worry about it. It's cognitive dissonance. It feels very like that don't quite make sense. You know when you have two magnets that are the opposite ones and they're like zoom. It feels very zoom. I love that y'all are walking thesauruses. Thesauri? Y'all be knowing y'all synonyms. Is what I'm trying to say. Jessica M, I'm at work. I should not be here. I'm not going to tell nobody if you don't tell nobody. That's the biggest feeling that has been impacting my mental health when it comes to the pandemic. There's lots of things that impact my mental health, but specifically when it comes to the pandemic, that feeling of we are going to fumble the ball. And what happened when the ball is planet Earth? You know what I'm saying? We need to have a team huddle. We need to have a team huddle. It ain't no other way. But yeah, overall, I'm fine. Overall, I'm fine. Going steady in therapy. Loving it. I mean, hating it because it's work, but I love that for me. We love that for me. We need to hug it out. But every once in a while, I'll be like living my life, drinking my juice, scrolling the internet, zooming through the internet. And then I'll stop and think, are we going to pull this off? What's going to happen? Will we literally walk together? So yeah, that's what I came here for. That's what I came here with. I'm going to the people watching this. I know people hate when you just stare at the chat, but I'm gonna stare at the chat because it's Poppington. Someone asked like what my therapist says when I'm feeling these feelings. What do they be saying? I be taking notes. They just generally. So what I've learned is that it's not about a solution, it's about understanding where feelings come from and what feelings really are, right? So if you find yourself invalidating your feelings because someone quote unquote has it worse or on paper has it worse, in therapy we would more so talk about why do you not feel worthy of the happiness that you are enjoying? And I'm like, shut up. Leave me alone. So it's kind of that. It's kind of those digging questions. It's those digging questions. Eli, I guess, walked in and it was real deep. It's too deep. It's too much. I'm gonna come with the lightheartedness later. But this one I was like, May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. But just because May is over, don't mean it's over. Oh no, Angela. Is it A Bear? Because that's how I say A Bear, because I'm from Louisiana. Yes, therapist on vacay for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, Angela. I'm sorry. Yeah, so how y'all mental health, man? That was me, you know. That's me, that's your girl. Doing relatively okay. But then sometimes not doing relatively okay. Carmelita 88, it feels wrong to have to pay someone to talk to me. Uh I mean, I guess I can understand that. They are not a someone, they're a licensed professional. So, if you just replace it with something else, like physical therapy, it does feel dumb to pay someone to help you stretch. Feels hella dumb. Feels kind of stupid. But you need it. But you need it. Some people can stretch on their own. And when you have a issue, you might not be able to do it on your own. But I feel you. This is me validating your feelings. Zay Bull, God been showing me things, so it's good because it's bad and I'm present in it. Oh, Ashay. That was is that a song? Is that a gospel song? I'm present in it. Hallelujah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna have an altar call. There's so many of y'all that are just so dope and talking. It's Lily Glade. Therapy should be so much more expensive. Period. Period. But mental health got me, say it with me, lolling in the deep. Kimberly Jackson, you were recently diagnosed with PMDD. Whew. I was, ain't no hot water bottle on earth. So I hope you find some solutions and things that can help you with that. I gotta get through this. Hey, I gotta get through this. Hey, I gotta make it. Gonna make it. That was my bottle. Hey, I gotta get through this. Hey, I gotta get through this. Give me just one day and I'll be alright. Bye, Sarah Drake. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up? It's Ash. I want to buy a tiny cottage in rural UK and just exist in my own timeline. Samesies. I don't know who sings that. It was just in my it just came out from my mind. This one was a little bit of a weird one. This live was a little bit of a weird live because I didn't really have a rant or a story to tell. Just some things I wanted to pop in and say. I want to say that, hey, my name is Evelyn. How you doing? What, Daniel Bedingfield? Is that who is that? Yes. Yes, Sierra, Daniel Bedingfield. Wow. I'm resisting. I can't resist. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it. No one else can speak the words on this fly. The rest is still unwritten. Oh man. You said copyright? I mean, if they can figure out what I'm singing. Sometimes you just have to stare at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. I don't know the rest of the words. I was trying to monologue it. let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find reaching for something in the distance. So close. You can almost test it. Release your release your inhibitions. Amen. From the Church of Natasha Bedingfield. Drench yourself. Wow. I didn't know those were the words. Sierra, I saw a meme that was like, if you're in an immigrant household or like black household, do you ever feel like a plastic bag inside a plastic bag inside a plastic bag? And I was like, yes, sustainability. My favorite thing, I know we're supposed to be talking about mental health, but my favorite thing is when y'all spell out the ridiculous words I say. Release. Oh my gosh. Oh. Thanks, Onyx Pages. Thanks, girl. Thanks, Kyra. That's what you have to say about your mental. Yeah. It's something else. Will you have your family on live? No, I don't live with them. I am in my house. I live about 3 hours from my parents and 2.5 hours from #baby blow. Thanks, Jamie Grace. Content creators, unite and cry after we're done posting. Shout out to Bucky's. Thanks, Study Case. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, thank you. Deirdre misses the cup of water for the tears. I need to bring it back. Someone said in the last live, I was missing out on a eye drop sponsorship. This video is sponsored by Clear Eyes. This video is sponsored by Artificial Tears. Click the link in my bio to get $10 off a pack of 10 bottles of Visine. Oh my gosh, thanks, Onyx Pages. Thank you to this person who sent me this. 8NT no video. I'm elderly, sorry. Jordan Kalaka, welcome, welcome. It's okay to cry you and tears, but just around the river bend could be more tears, but also could be smiles. So you might as well see which one it's gonna be. That probably wasn't encouraging, but it's what I feel. Yang. Karaoke with the cousins. Yo, I would carry. This is me exiting my body live on in a live stream. Karaoke with y'all would be so fire. Do I have to? Okay, I do have to. Just around the riverbed. Just around the riverbed. I look once more. Disney's horrible, but the music bangs. Oh. Who said that? Y'all are too much. I wish I could just stare at this screen the whole time. What did I just see with my eyes? Alex M? Get the heck out of here. What? You know how much sweet tea that is? Do I have a Sinclair in my eye? KV. What are you doing? I appreciate you. Mental health. We talking mental health. I wish there was like a what's it called? The Magic School Bus, but like specifically, they don't have to go into the butt, to the intestines. They can go like inside the brain and but it's all about the brain. I love neurobiology. I love all that stuff. Circling back to mental health and therapy, I think the reason that I really enjoy my particular therapist is because they understand that. I think a good therapist is supposed to take the time to understand you and learn what you like and learn what you respond to. And me, being a man of science, I respond well to science. And so they can talk about all the hippy dippy. I love the hippy dippy also, but they can talk sometimes when they talk about things and kind of feel emotion language, I just cut off. But when my therapist is in the frontal cortex, I'm like, yes, I'm listening. Anytime she hit me with the man, with the man of science, anytime she hit me with the frontal cortex, oh, the amygdala, oh, the brainstem, oh, yes, yes, because we are literally just robots controlled by fluids called hormones, and if one of those hormones is a little bit off, the whole machine crumbles. Yes, medulla, pituitary. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I appreciate that my therapist talks about um mental health, not just in terms of kind of the fuzzy wuzzies, but in terms of neurobiology and neuroscience. Oh, that serotonin. If that serotonin not hitting, tune, tune. We are just robots. Oh, the vagus nerve. Valentina, the vagus nerve? Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that all therapists should know that stuff. They should know that stuff, but they're supposed to be able to talk to you and figure out what you care about. You know, if you are someone and your therapist realizes that they need to be making like pop culture analogies, then you do that. For me, the analogies are science based. Bill. Vitamins too. Vitamins, minerals, sunlight. We are nothing without. It's okay. Your circadian rhythm is off. Call it in. Phone it in. Gut health. Talking about probiotics. Gut health and your brain. It's connected. It's connected. I don't know much about EMDR, but I've heard good things from people who did it and need it and liked it. But I don't even all the way know what it is. I was just like, ooh, that sounds great for you. Yes, Liz, your gut is your second brain, scientifically speaking. Noise asks, what's your Myers-Briggs? That's actually an upcoming live stream where we're going to figure that out together. We're going to take the quiz and see what I come out as. I have some hypotheses. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to pop in, pop off at some points. Some points I was popping off. I was like, Zoom. And talk about mental health. Give y'all a chance to be in the chat with each other. Talk about what's been going on in 2020 and 2021 and beyond. What's finna happen and beyond. Because like life keeps going whether or not you participate, and that is rough. So I just wanted to check in and say hi. Weekly live show. Talk about mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And yeah. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna cut this off in a minute. Thank you, J20. I don't want to butcher your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love and light, feeling like a cloud. We are on cloud 9. What's that? Serotonin. From what community? But yeah, anyway, take care. Have a great weekend. Drink water. Love yourself. And if you don't, lean on other people to love you. Okay? Just take a break, take a minute. We got you. Hearts. Okay, y'all. Bye.